So picking up where we left off, we're going to design this header. So let me just clean up, get some real estate back on my screen so we can see what I'm doing. I don't like this font. It's a serif font. I want to change this font. So I want to go into my global settings and look at my typography settings. I want to change the main typography to be Open Sans. So now we've got a cleaner typeface. Next thing I want to do is I don't like these links with underlines. So I want to take off the underline decoration, set that to none. So now that's taken off our underline decoration. Next thing I want to do is to clean up this spacing a little bit and give it some background color. So if I come back to my settings and I want to check out my list view, so we can see if I can get some real estate here. I can't actually get much, but if you just remember, we've got a group and we've got a row here. So I want to go into the group setting. I want to edit the styles of that and change the background color to keep it very simple, black. Obviously that makes my text disappear, so I want to make my text white. We can see here that the mobile menu is already populated because of the width of the page, which is good. That's a good sign. So next thing I want to do is just sort out the spacing of these two elements. There's too much of a gap there. Where these are coming from will be from the styles, and it will be the dimensions. So if I look at the styles of my site title, I scroll down to dimensions. For the dimensions, I want to enable padding and I want to enable margin. Now if you, behind the scenes here, if you scroll down, you can now see that we've enabled the padding and margins. So if I can turn them off and they'll make those disappear. Now the dimensions don't have the padding and margin settings, so I want to enable those and I want to change them. So somewhere along here there's some padding or spacing that's pushing these two elements apart. So I'm going to zero out. So it's not coming from the site title, so it must be coming from my site tagline. So again, activate padding, margins, and it's not coming from the padding, it's coming from the margins. All right, we've got navigation, we've got our main branding. I'm happy with that. So, but because this is a shop, what I want to do is I want to add in another element, which is the WooCommerce block, and it's for the shopping cart. So let's go and have a look for that. So I want to insert a block. Where do I want to insert it? What I want to do is sort of hang it over here on the right somewhere next to my navigation. So I can see that I've got a row there. This is in a row. So everything, if I put another block in after here. Another little tip when we're looking for blocks, you can either add a block through the plus icon up here, but you can do a / and then you get a list of blocks, and then I'm looking specifically for the minicart. So there's the minicart there. So that's kind of where I want it. That's cool. So if I'm just going to squeeze this in to see what happens on the mobile view. So the menu kind of jumps down, and yeah, okay, it looks a bit weird. So maybe what we'll do, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but this mini cart just won't behave without having to actually select it here and then dragging it outside. You see the blue bar is changing. I don't know why it's putting it within that row, but if I put it over here, oh, okay, so it's not nested in there, right? It's nested in there. I thought I did that, but okay, whatever, weird. Right, so that's where I want it, so I'm happy with that. But we can see that we've got some odd spacing going on with our navigation. So now let's see how we can sort that out. So I can see on that row there that there's some space above and below. So there's probably some dimensional padding or something coming from that row block. So if we have a look at the styles, I want to look at my, yeah, so we've got some padding top and bottom. So I want to leave the padding on the top, but I want to take it out at the bottom. So you can use this icon here, which indicates top, right, bottom, left. And I want to select the bottom margin, or bottom padding, sorry. I just want to squeeze that up a little bit. I'm going to do it in units rather than, just because it's easier to snap to. So then on our navigation block, I want to change the dimensions of that as well. So I want to put some space below the navigation. So I'm going to put this in a group. So if you use the three dots here, you can actually we can select multiple blocks. And what that will do is it will just wrap it in a group. So now in this group, what I want to do is to just set. I'll just close this so I can see what's going on. Set the dimensions here to just add some padding to the bottom of that group. So if I go over to my padding settings group, and I'm just going to space that out. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I'm just going to have another quick squint. So I'm looking at that. I'm happy with that. It's kind of where I want to be, roughly. So I'm going to save that now. And that's going to save to my header, custom styles, and my navigation settings. And yeah, so that really concludes this video. Do feel free to leave comments, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.